Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing this evening? Putting out another little video real quick. This is my Desiccant air dryer that I built from plans from Hannah's Bug on YouTube. Haven't had a chance to try it out, and no, I don't have my Desiccant in there yet. I still gotta pressurize it, see how it does, and let everything blow out so I don't send it through the rest of my system. She'll end up using just regular 40 schedule 40 PVC on this side. I had ordered a big long 6 foot 8 foot piece. It ended up being more or less cheaper than doing it a little smaller piece for me anyway. I guess I must have found a good deal that day. But put it all together, just used all the clear. Like I said, it should hold up. Got my drain here. I've done mine a little different than what she did. I modified it for me, what pieces I could find, because these pieces here, the through pieces, had a hard time finding what I needed. It's amazing what Lowe's didn't have when I went to get it. But yeah, that's my Desiccant dryer. I hadn't tried it yet. And also I've modded my sandblasting cabinet from Harbor Freight. So if you have one of these blasting cabinets, I highly recommend, I've got to shorten this hose so I don't freak out everybody, is build this drop piece, the gravity fed piece off the bottom. This adjusts to airflow in, so it lets the media run through. What little I just tried it off of my little bitty air compressor there. Oh, it stripped way faster. And I just got me a little cheap regulator with a small air catch or water catch there. Filled in these holes so it wouldn't catch. Put me some different lights in. Modified the grating inside like everybody's doing, so it gives it a little more room. And you don't have to use near as much media, because if you run it the other way with the siphon tube, you pretty much have to put that whole 40-pound jug in there, and it's still a pain in the butt to get it to draw media. But yeah, and especially if you don't have a air dryer system on your compressor and stuff, it makes a difference. But yeah, got out here and been working over the weekend doing a couple of projects. Got my rest of my shop closed in inside. Move some stuff around. Put my shelves over here. Put me this little top just to make shift top just to throw stuff on. Cleaning stuff out and come across a few other things. This I'll be needing. Didn't know that I still had this. I didn't know I had another one of these. These will go into the bug, and these are for, this here says it's for 70 through 79 STK Super Beetle bushing kit. So, and I don't have a 74, I've got a 71, but I think we had bought a big kit, and this one's also front control 74 through 79 Super Beetle, and independent rear A-arm bushing with sleeve kit red. This I may be able to use. I've got to, whenever I get everything pulled apart, I'll look and see, because I've got a few other things I want to do to it. And as far as my tumbler goes, my vibratory tumbler works pretty good. I'll put a before, but I just threw some sockets in that my son had laying around that had filled up with water, and I'll try to put the picture in of what they look like before. Still don't like the way it removes the rust from the threads on the bolts and stuff. I'm gonna try something different with that. Somebody told me to use straight sand. I don't know. I mean, I guess it'll get down in the threads. Like I said, I want it to remove more of the muck than what it did. And rest of it want to fall off now. But yeah, been out here in the shop, digging around, doing some projects for the wife, cleaning, fixing some stuff for her. This is my next project right here. I've seen a lot of people building this little air, well, I'm gonna say an air filter. I guess it's an air filtration system out of a 20-inch box fan and just some cheap filters. Some of the guys were using some very expensive filters. I'm gonna just try with those for right this second, and then upgrade to some of the better 3M filters. The question is, I don't know if I'm gonna leave it sitting where I can put it on the floor here, or stick it up in the rafters of my shop. But we'll see. I'll include y'all in on that little fun build. Maybe I may try to do a step-by-step this time. I had never done that, I don't think, other than, you know, my son gave me some LED strip lights, so it runs all the way across. That's what, 12 feet, I guess, roughly. You know, makes all the difference. And they're self-adhesive. But yeah, son gave them to me, and a bunch more of them. I've got another transformer, but I have got just packs and packs and more packs and more packs and more packs of them and more over here. But yeah, we may run some more LEDs through the shop, and then my wife's want me to strip these for her. The little butterflies, they're hard to see in here. They lifted up, so she got a little mad about that, and you know, so but yeah, I get to do all the stripping for her. She doesn't like doing it. She found out about a different way to do it without having to use the chemical strip, and we're gonna give it a whirl. Which actually makes me think I'm gonna take one with me right now, so we can try it. This is one she didn't like. It messed up with her, and you'll kind of notice it looks a little lumpy, and that's what happened. She put too much heat in certain spots, and it messed it up. But you know, she'd end up sanding these and putting more than one coat on. But she enjoys it. I think I showed some of y'all in the last video of the stuff. But yeah, that's the rundown on the sandblast cabinet. I've got to shorten the feed hose on the bottom. If you have one of those sandblasting cabinets and have a lot of problem with it, sorry, I guess y'all want to look at those. I don't have my holder with me. My other arm's getting tired. Modify that cabinet. There's several different ways to do it. I've seen them, they're modifying, putting actual glass instead of the polycarbonate in the top of it. I've seen one guy actually modified his to the point where the whole top flipped up, which was really cool. I can see that for cleaning purposes, I suppose. I don't know. Don't use silicone when you go to seal it up. Use a latex, because the silicone it'll contaminate your material and your parts, and then you go to paint it and you're gonna have all kind of freaky problems trying to figure out what's going on. But if you do silicone, make sure you thoroughly clean the part afterwards. Like I said, in my Desiccant air dryer, I've got to pressure test it and clean it out, make sure everything's cleaned out in it, and get my Desiccant into it and do that. And I've also been working on my air compressor. I've had some issues with it. Apparently I've got a bearing in it that's in pretty rough shape. But to do a rebuild on the compressor, it's like $21 for both of $21 a piece for the bearings in it. Oops, sorry. The ring kit is like 40 something, I think is what it was. And then the gasket kit's like another, I think 30 or 40. So looking over $100, you know, to rebuild that compressor, when I can go to Harbor Freight and buy one pretty much identical to it for about $140 to $160 and have a warranty. So I'm gonna probably run this one as long as I can. Just keep a check on it because I got a seal. We got the seal too. That's why half of the seal dry rotted on me and was leaking out, and plus I had to let it sit out in the weather a little too much uncovered. I'm gonna try to build me a cover for it when I go to put it back out. I was wanting to put a dryer on it, or yeah, because I've seen several videos on those where people are using AC condensers off of cars and stuff, and they'll hold the pressure apparently, and some of them have even used the little oil pressure or the little oil coolers off of automobiles too, the aftermarket ones. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna get out of here, folks. Like I said, update on the air dryer. I'll do a clean up and pressure on it, and we'll go through it. And yes, people, please do, if you do build this is at your own risk, all right? Don't be an idiot like me. I'm going to cover mine up. I'm going to put a scatter shield on it in case something stupid happens, like it explodes. But I'm not going to run any more than about 100, 125 psi through it. And it's schedule 40s, like 140, 150, I think, psi. And yes, it does degrade after a while. I know all the ins and outs of that. Looked at it. And that's just the cheapest route for me right now. I can't afford to buy all the nice pretty aluminum pipe and the $300-400 for the dryer systems. And there are easier ways to do it. I could run different drops down to, dog legs on it to catch the moisture, but that was the cheapest convenient way for me to do it right now. So yeah, I'm out of here. Sorry for taking up most of your time. Sorry for the weird camera angles and stuff, but I don't have my little tripod with me that I use to hold. I got a little mini tripod that I use to hold the camera with, or I guess I could have got my selfie stick, but the holder's inside. So y'all have a good night. God bless, peace, and roll tide.